My Jelly Fighters, my name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for the 13th of September, 2021. There's some mail looking for me. I am still looking for a real way to explain what I think. Yeah, I haven't even gotten to the late stage capitalism bullshit. So we're still at, yes, you know, these are people who think they know where the end of the world is. Late stage capitalism. How do you fucking know? How do you know it's not the middle stage? Right. Where are you getting your knowledge from? From some jerk who wrote something like Pedagogy of the Oppressed? He doesn't know shit. He was 100% wrong. Right? Nothing's right in that book. It's all fucked up. Right? So, we've got a bunch of kids, 25 years old, maybe have had one job, maybe not. Usually people who have been brainwashed into fairly leftist positions. Turns out they didn't like their jobs. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay to not like your job. Like I said before, I've had many jobs at this point, and there's always been at least one thing that I didn't like about my goddamn job. Okay? There's always at least one thing. And normally that, and well, actually I shouldn't say normally, that thing has always been different. There have always been some coworkers I didn't like, period. That's always going to happen, right? Because you're going to be stuck with the people that are working there. I shouldn't say that. Actually, at Western Digital, the only coworker I didn't like was the vice president, the vice thingamabobber, vice president. So, that would probably not be, in the way these guys categorize things, not be considered a coworker. Although probably he's a coworker, right? So the vice president in charge of whatever I was doing didn't like him. That's okay. You don't have to like everyone. That's the rule. He sure liked himself, though. So, he liked himself so much he didn't need me to like him, right? Let's go ahead. So, you know, there have always been problems, you know, with the boss, with the job. Usually not with the job. I think often, even in the Marine Corps, I never had a major problem with the job as a whole. Even when I was working at Taco Bell, I never had a problem with the job as a whole. But I would have a problem with perhaps one part of the job, right? Pretty easy to figure out what part of that was, because that was the part that usually sent me to sleep. so for those of you who know me, which are none of you, you may be surprised to know that up till the time that I was about 40, I did not drink coffee in the morning. I would drink coffee at night. And I don't think that did much to my sleep. As long as I have when I got older, maybe it did, but only more of that. A lot of that's because what I can do is, as an older person, it's highly constrained from the family situation. So if I don't have the coffee every night, then the coffee will keep me up. Okay, so I have a +1 sword. It's alright. In fact, I've gotten so old so there's a potion of strength at least. I have gotten so old that I even fail to... Why does my monkey never pick the pockets of the goblin conjurer? That's what I want to know. Alright, so we're jelly fighting with a sword. Let's see here. There we are, jelly fighting with a sword. Fun, fun, fun. How is my monkey? Monkey's doing fine. Monkeys are better than jelly fighting than I am. Alright, so these kids are having some problems with their first jobs. They don't like them. They don't find them as fulfilling as they thought they would be, which is a pretty weird thing to hear somebody say. I'm making a lot of money, but my life's just not fulfilling. And what's wrong with capitalism? Right, well, something wrong with you, right? You're looking for the wrong place. You're looking in the wrong places for fulfillment. You can get that one out of the way pretty easy. Right, fulfillment does not come from anything capitalism can give you, from anything free markets can give you. Right? What we're worried about here is we're not worried about anything, I shouldn't say it that way. But capitalism can't give you satisfaction in life. That's not what it's there for, right? The free market will not give you satisfaction in life. It will just give you a job and a way to, right? Try to find a way to be satisfied in life. And I'm telepathically bonded with my monkey. right. We're guaranteed a pursuit of happiness, not happiness. Two different things. Okay, and that did not show any grades. So kids have some problems. They're the usual problems of a 25-year-old, right? Your first job is not an easy thing to do, because it's your first job. You haven't figured out how to work yet. And people are no longer your best friends, right? People are now trying to get money out of you, right? So, life is a little bit harder, right? Trying to use you to make their lives better, right? You are no longer their goal. Sometimes, and I don't think it's really true, but sometimes feels like okay, this is really bad. That might not be so bad. Okay. So the acid mound. How about this guy? I think the acid mound and the jelly no longer mapping. Do their things. The jelly's confused. Okay, depth 6. Got 5 scrolls of enchantment. 884 turns of that dude. Crimson Potion. line them all up in a row, right? Knock them down. Grab me a potion of strength. Another negated the vampire bat. That's fun. I negated them so they stopped being able to fly, so they fell down to the next level. Having more fun wandering into I think this is super awesome. I think this is, there are two of these things. Looks like there are two different whatever these things are, goblin warrens. It would be great if they had some sort of problem with each other, but I doubt that happens. But I've never seen two separate goblin warrens before. So we'll find out if we find a second goblin Huda, whatever it is, chieftain. Now that is something that when I still have the plans, and I still plan on getting back to it. Although right now I've got another plan as far as such things are concerned. Well, there are two openings, so looks like there may be two of these guys. So one of my plans was to put together a roguelike that, do I have anything to throw? I don't have anything to throw. Where there were, or there could be, say, I mean, in this case, two different goblin warrens, right? That's what I put together, right? Or is what I drew. This is not something I put together myself, but it's sort of the thing that I would have done. Crap over. Okay, F. paralysis. Then I die. Oh well, crap. Man, if you watch this, send me a send me an email, put a comment here, something. Just remind me that I want to redo this. This one, whatever it is, the 13th, September 13th. 2 Goblin Warrens, and I haven't seen enough of them to understand if I got what I wanted. I almost got to say what I wanted to say. Just, an ogre came up behind me while I was dealing with the